What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys. Well, I want to talk about the upcoming changes to ranked play, as well as hopefully all of the player experience and specifically new player experience things that the team has discussed, and why I think it might actually be coming a little bit sooner than people anticipate. Now, this is all pure speculation. I have no idea what's going on, and it is only based off of one thing that is completely unrelated, which is the fact that Aggie is going to be on the upcoming Killer Whales TV show that is like I believe it's like the Shark Tank for crypto projects, and it's going to be debuting on Apple TV on March 11th. Which is really, really exciting. Now, I don't know when the specific episode or what number the specific episode is. I don't know if all the episodes are going to drop at once. I have Apple, so I do plan on watching and seeing what it's all about. But they usually don't drop all episodes at once. There's usually, it's usually a weekly thing. So you can see here, he says he's on episode 3 of Killer Whales, which is like a crypto Shark Tank. It'll be on Apple TV, which is something like 500 million viewers, but that doesn't really count because not everybody watches everything. But it is a big deal that there's a show that has, significantly popular crypto influencers on it. Some of them that, I'd follow on X or Twitter, and they're going to be talking about Splinterlands in episode 3. So that has me thinking, what has the team been thinking? Obviously, Aggie is, no longer part of the Splinterlands planning and development side, but what has the team been thinking in terms of this opportunity? And before we even jump into that, keep in mind, I believe I read somewhere that Aggie said that he recorded this back in October of last year. So the stuff that he's talking about isn't even necessarily going to be current, but that doesn't change the fact that if there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this, there could be a chance in which we get a decent amount of traffic, people just coming to check out what it is. And, I say there's a saying like, there's no such thing as bad press, right? So it's like Aggie could go up there and kill it, or he could go up there and absolutely bomb. And you might still have people go up and say, man, who is this character, right? At the end of the day, Aggie's a character. He's memorable. So I definitely think no matter how it plays out, people will go and be like, let me go check out and see what Splinterlands is all about. And in my mind, I'm just like, okay, when we were, coming into the end of last year, early parts of this year, obviously the team was talking about what they were planning. We knew land was going to be a big part of it, but the whole player experience kind of came out of nowhere. It just wasn't like we had talked about different aspects, and we want cosmetics, we want all these different things. There should be a tutorial, but the player experience is something that was getting a top-down revamp, was something that was not anywhere on people's bingo cards, we'll call it, right? And especially the rework or revamping of the entire ranked play experience, that was definitely not on my bingo card. I mean, I knew that there were things that we could change and there were things that we wanted to adjust, but I really like the way that Matt, just from top down, it's like wipe the slate clean and let's see what we can create from scratch. So, like I said, maybe it didn't all come out of nowhere. Obviously, the team isn't going to share all of their plans. But I do wonder if this, is going to be an opportunity that the team kind of marked on their calendars, in addition to, of course, like the Bitcoin ETF, the Bitcoin halving, and all the hopefully cool crypto, stuff that ends up happening across the market, right, across the space in 2024. But if this ended up being something that was like, we should really think about how we want to look if, there's any kind of traffic that comes in. So now that we have a date for this is where it gets really exciting. Let's assume maybe all the episodes drop on March 11th. That gives us 2 weeks. Well, not 2 weeks, but 2 release cycles. So about 4 weeks in which we can expect, I don't know. So I don't know what to expect, right? But I'm hopeful that, if the team is paying attention to this is obviously a big deal, that there will be some elements of the player experience that are there and ready, right? So whatever it is that they've been working on, I don't know if the shift or the focus has shifted to try and get that stuff out as quickly as possible, but it does get me very excited for what is to come in next week's release, right? We have a town hall this week, later on Thursday. What's to come in next week's release, and then I believe on the 5th of March. So the 20th February, and I believe the 5th of March. Those are the 2 times that we have before this comes out. Now, what's interesting is that if we're the third episode, and this comes out as a weekly thing, the Splinterlands episode may not come out until the 25th of March, which would give us an extra 2 weeks, which would give us one more release cycle, or 2-week window for the team to release things. And I don't know, but it does make me very, very excited as to what Splinterlands could look like within the next 6 weeks. So we're not talking about 6 months. We're not talking about first half of the year. Granted, we're already halfway through February, which is crazy to me that we were just flying through 2024. But we're talking about the next 4 to 6 weeks, which could look, I don't know, the game could be completely different in that time. So like I said, this is all speculation. This is all just based on the fact that we now have a date for this Killer Whales TV show. It sounds like it's going to be a big deal. It's on a major streaming platform like Apple. And this, there could be like, it's fun to think about. Okay. So just bear with me here. All the bears, all the Papa Bears out there, just bear with me here for a second, pun intended. It's crazy to think that this game, that this ecosystem could look vastly different and look absolutely insane if we even pull in just a couple of thousand people from watching the show. People coming in who are just like, yep, you know what? I'm feeling the FOMO. I definitely want to get into feeling the FOMO of like the Bitcoin halving. I want to get into some projects. This guy, right? They're going to look at Ag and be like, well, he was obviously, enough of a personality and legit enough of a project that, Killer Whales must have done their vetting process. This must be something legit. Let me go check it out. And so I just think about the fact that maybe in like 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a little bit longer than that, 2 to 3 months, we could be seeing a very different, there could be new names coming in. There could be a lot of cards and assets that are sucked off the marketplace from real people coming in because they want to see what it's all about. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting a little bullish here, but I want to share some of that optimism with you. Whatever ends up happening, I'm obviously still hopeful that, whether it happens over the next couple of weeks or over the next, 18 months, I'm just excited to see what, where we go from here. Not that there's this kind of like big stamp of approval. Again, whether it fails or not, or whether he does well or not, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as bad press. At the end of the day, if people come in, and maybe this is a warning to us for let's all try to be on our best behavior, right? For new folks that could potentially be coming in, the game could look completely different. We could get, I don't know. I mean, maybe we could even get the new ranked rework, right? I wasn't expecting that until like April, May. But, if there's that and we get, some tutorials, all the cool stuff Nate was talking about during one of the recent town halls, I mean, the game could look different. The community could look different. Hell, I mean, crypto in general could be in a much different place in the next 4 to 6 weeks, which is just really exciting to me. So I'm going to go ahead and obviously, admit and acknowledge the fact that I'm drinking a little bit of the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking a little bit of hopium. But it is still exciting to think about. And I'm not even talking about the fact that, there's obviously going to be some cool things happening with the arcade colony and Mooncart side. Hopefully GLS, they can turn that around and get people excited. But, it could be very exciting times here for Splinterlands and anything else on Hive during the next couple of weeks. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you planning on tuning in and watching this? What do you think is going to come from it? How do you think that they're going to, view us, whether it's going to be favorable or not? I would love to know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.